Now we'll be covering the second news of the day, like in this, which is which is social media and politics. Recently, a survey of was conducted to find out how preferred news source is like to influence political leaning and even perception of most pandemic economic recovery. So key highlights of survey ये है कि social media, WhatsApp forwards are the most popular news source. Political supporters far more likely to rely on TV news, and political people rely more on social media and TV positivity. So a large chunk, 32% of urban Indians prefers digital spaces for daily doses of news and information, with social media feeds in WhatsApp or Telegram forwards emerging as the most preferred method. This was followed by television news 28% and newspaper 24%, including website. Political supporters far more likely to rely on TV news, and apolitical people rely more on social media. Those who do not identify with any political party at all were likeliest to rely on social media feeds and messaging apps for their news, views, and information floating on social media could make such news consumers and more skeptical in their political views. TV positivity. Positive perception regarding state government's management of pandemic was more widespread, 81% among the who got news from television or newspaper. Those who prefer social media, they were relatively less likely, 74% to rate their state government positively, and economic optimism was also most common among adults who identified TV news channel as their top news source. About social media and its importance in politics. Social media refers to the wide range of internet-based and mobile-related services that allow users to participate in online exchange of views, contribute towards user-created content, or join online communities. Example includes blogs, social networking sites, status update services, etc. Importance of social media in politics. Re-energize the political landscape, political campaigning and routine communication. So यहाँ पर through social media provide unmediated and direct communication to connect leaders and citizenry. It helps parties to communicate their goals and ideologies more effectively. Promoting a two-way communication. देख बहुत सारे politicians या political parties use social media to invite suggestions for their elections manifesto, take feedback from people about their current performance, thus creating a sense of belongingness. Then they are cost effective also, जैसे कि अपना social media incurs low cost when compared to other modes like print or electronic media for communication of information. This opens field of large number of players to contest in the race who were earlier not able to compete due to shortage of funds. Facts showing use of social media in politics. In 2019, political parties have spent 53 crores on digital platforms like Google and Facebook between February and May. 2019 में CSDS Lokniti survey found that none with one in every three Indian citizens on social media consumes political content daily or regularly. According to 2017 CSDS Lokniti survey, one-sixth of India's WhatsApp users were part of WhatsApp group, either managed by political party or its leaders. Political movement social media was higher in 2019 Lok Sabha elections than in 2014. 30% of 130 150 million times voters were engaged and influenced through social media platform. So importance क्या है, re-energize करता है political landscape, promote a two-way communication, cost effective, not able to compete during shortage of funds. पब्लिक एंगेजमेंट, ये इनकरेज करता है डाइवर्सिटी ऑफ व्यू पॉइंट्स एंड पब्लिक एंगेजमेंट ऑन अनप्रेसिडेंटेड स्केल बाय एम्पलीफाइंग एंगेजमेंट थ्रू comments, online interactions, trolls, posts, pictures showing support, etc. Others, political campaigns go viral through modes like share functions on WhatsApp and Facebook and retweets or feature of Twitter, act as a key battleground to more public opinion or political discourse, allow citizens who were traditionally excluded from politics due to geography and demography to gain direct entry into political processes. Information and opinion travels across the networks like ripples in a pond, allowing each person to participate as an opinion leader. Through media protection, through media production and distribution, not just by passive consumption. Also, it encourages political candidates to speak truth rather than selling rhetoric to voters during their election speech. Concerns associated with rising issues, थे यहाँ तक हमने पढ़ा कि क्या क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है, जैसे कि वो री इनर्जाइज करता है पॉलिटिकल लैंडस्केप, प्रमोट करता है टू वे कम्युनिकेशन, कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव है, पब्लिक इंगेजमेंट लाता है. उसके बाद इम्पॉर्टेंस है सोशल मीडिया की इन पॉलिटिक्स ऑल्सो. कैसे इंपॉर्टेंस है यहाँ पर दे रखा है कि 2019 में पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ ने 53 करोड़ तो इस डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म में स्पेंड कर दिया था. 2017 में CSDS में लोकनीति सर्वे 1/6 of India's WhatsApp users were part of WhatsApp group, either managed by political leader or party. 2019 CSDS लोकनीति survey found कि 1 in every 3 citizens on social media consumes political content daily or regularly. Political movement on social media was higher in 2019 Lok Sabha elections than in 2014. ठीक है. Concerns associated with rising use of social media content. ठीक, concerns तो अपने यही हैं कि emergence of post-truth politics. Post-truth refers to circumstances in which objective facts are less influential in shaping public opinions than appeals to emotion and personal belief. Emergence of post-truth politics. Post-truth refers to circumstances in which objective facts are less influential in shaping public opinion than appeal to emotions. Proliferation of fake news. Through social media, unverified information can circulate freely on the internet, increasing overall suspicion, outrage, hatred, and violence because of misinformation and disinformation. Ethics fallouts. Ethics fallout क्या है? Ethics in political communication, which has been complex issues, is further complicated by rise of digital technologies that are weakening traditional ethical constraints among all political actors. Online abuse in form of trolling, verbal threats, etc. People of people with dissenting opinions can threaten freedom of speech. Misuse of data. For example, 2018 में Cambridge Analytica case were where personal data of millions of Facebook profiles have been harvested without their consent, reportedly used for targeted messaging. यूज ऑफ डेटा हो रहा है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल 2018 में कैम्ब्रिज एनालिटिका का केस था जहाँ पे पर्सनल डेटा ऑफ मिलियंस ऑफ फेसबुक प्रोफाइल्स was harvested without their consent and reportedly used for targeted messaging. फिर क्या है? सिक्योरिटी implications. Rapid proliferation of misinformation, inflamed passion, sensational reporting have security implication to the region as a whole. Propensity to fuel social instability, allowing hate speech and extreme speech to thrive in online spaces that are unregulated to fuel social instability. Allowing hate speech, extreme speech to thrive in online spaces that are unregulated, particularly in regional languages, and have widened societal fault lines. Troubling trends raise new questions about role of government, corporation, press, and citizens in curbing unethical political discourse. Steps taken to address related concerns. What are the steps taken? Instructions issued by Election Commission. स्टेप्स यही हैं कि इलेक्शन कमीशन ने कुछ इंस्ट्रक्शंस दिए हैं जो हमें फॉलो करने हैं विद रिस्पेक्ट टू यूज़ ऑफ सोशल मीडिया in election campaigning. Model code of conduct and its pre-certified political advertisement rules will apply to social media as well. Candidates are required to furnish details of social media account if any at the time of filling nominations. Expenditure incurred on social media campaigning by them will be included within their limit of elections expenditure. All major social media platforms are required to adhere to silence period that comes into effect 48 hours before the poll. Special social media experts have been added in the district and state level media certification and monitoring committees to monitor social media report and violation. Code of ethics. सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म एंड इंटरनेट मोबाइल एसोसिएशन जो है प्रेजेंट करता है वॉलंटरी कोड ऑफ एथिक्स फॉर जनरल इलेक्शन 2019 टू एंश्योर फ्री एंड फेयर एथिकल यूज ऑफ सोशल मीडिया. फ्री एंड फेयर वेट अ सेकेंड, देयर इज सम इशू कि कौन कौन से स्टेप्स लिए गए हैं. उसमें से ये है कि कोड ऑफ एथिक्स, सबसे पहले तो हमने मॉडल कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट पढ़ा था कि ईसी जो है वो भी सर्कुलेट करता है. उसके बाद कोड ऑफ एथिक्स, सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म एंड इंटरनेट एंड मोबाइल एसोसिएशन ऑफ इंडिया प्रेजेंटेड अ वॉलंटरी कोड ऑफ एथिक्स फॉर जनरल इलेक्शन 2019. IT Rule 2021, Information Technology Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code Rule 2021 has been framed under Section 87 Clause 2 of IT Act 2000 to empower ordinary users of digital platform to seek redressal of their grievances and command accountability. जो IT Rule है ना 2021 का, Information Technology Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code Rule 2021 has been framed under Section 87 Clause 2 of the IT Act 2000. ठीक है, to empower ordinary users of digital platform to seek redressal of grievances and command accountability in case of infringement of their rights. फर्दर जो मेजर्स लिए गए हैं टू यूज़ सोशल मीडिया एंड पॉलिटिक्स मोर कंस्ट्रक्टिवली, जैसे कि रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बेस्ड अप्रोच रखनी है. सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म देमसेल्व्स मस्ट बी मोर इफेक्टिवली हॉल्ट स्प्रेड ऑफ डिसइंफॉर्मेशन एंड मतलब इन्हें खुद ही एक रेगुलेशन रखना होगा, रिस्पॉन्सिबल अप्रोच रखना होगा कि जो फॉल्स इंफॉर्मेशन है वो स्प्रेड ना हो. डू नॉट बिकम द व्हीकल फॉर सोशल एंड कम्युनल पोलराइजेशन. यूज़ एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजी like artificial intelligence to detect signals generated from inauthentic content and toxic behavior and employing independent fact-checking organization. Conducting studies. Current politics cannot be effectively understood without understanding the contours of transformative changes brought by social media. ठीक है, so we need to inspire. Current politics cannot be effectively understood without understanding contours of transformative changes brought by social media platforms. Studies should be conducted to understand the dynamism of such platforms and their disruptive potentials. Guidelines towards acceptable and forbidden content, data handling, citizens engagement are few best practices जो कि require करते हैं more attention. Coordination among stakeholders. Regulatory authorities should work with coalitions comprising of fact checkers, civil society organizations, academia, think tanks to put ethical communication principle into practice in social media age. Conclusion क्या है कि advent of social media has changed how politics is being organized and conducted, as well as nature of political communication in India. While democratization of politics has increased, it also has increased several ethical dilemmas due to non-ethical use of social media. The issue used and need to be tackled on a wall footing of multi-stakeholder approach.